just for wire transfer alone, we have 36 software applications that are vital to processing the payments. So when we look at liquidity, we have all these core software applications that are moving money back and forth. We had to get our arms around all this money moving. How do we know who's moving, what money, and when? So we created this big data repository, and we use that to track the liquidity of a client across lines of business. It gets every debit, every credit. It's a giant database. Has the time that the credit or debit posted, what the amount of the transaction was, who the client was, and we use that at an aggregate level to have insight into when a client is using liquidity and when a client needs liquidity. Now, throughout the bank, we also have tools that we can offer to clients to help them rationalize their use of liquidity. Does it make sense to be making these payments when you're making them? If you need to make these payments when you're making them, do we need to lend you money to get the payments out? That is part of our core liquidity services. And that is done at a cross line of business level, where there's a quarterback for the whole bank that says, hey, I'm going to look at liquidity across different lines of business to be able to rationalize where can we maximize the best value for the client. So that's the one of the key things I would say about this big data. And then the second thing, organizationally, we have the quarterback, and then within each line of business, there is a liquidity team that makes sure that they are in line with how the organization strategically is viewing that client from a liquidity standpoint. Let me stop, because that's liquidity.